Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia and this is the Frontline Changes Report, which I forgot to put a title. So it's for the 9th and the 10th of the day of 1082 to 1083. This is a Frontline Changes Report. So we have quite a number of frontline change, although you can see that the front lines affected is not that many as per previous, but no less important. So we're going to turn off this first before I forget. I don't want it to cover your view, right? So if not, you cannot see the FPV drone fly towards you, which reminds me, press the like button. No, you need to hit the FPV drone. It's at the like button position. If not, we're going to get FPV drones, and it's not going to be a happy occasion if that happens. So we're going to start off with the Kursk front. Over at Nikolaevo Darino, according to the Ukrainian mapping, Deep State UA has mapped quite a number of positions, particularly over at Nikolaevo Darino. They have mapped that the Russian forces have taken pretty much the entire eastern half of Nikolaevo Darino, along with all the spaces over on the Russian side of the town or the village. And so the Russian forces basically taken all except for a little bit over in the southern part, as well as some of the southern foresty region near the border. So this is quite a big chunk of land taken by the Russian forces. This alone is 4.21 square kilometers. Very big frontline change around here. And again, I have to highlight, this comes right after the Ukrainians launch an offensive in the southeast of Sudzha. So why is this happening? I don't know. Like, the one that is doing offensive is actually losing more grounds. So over at Svetiklovo, Ukrainian mapping also have mapped that the Russian forces have taken this area here over in the north of Svetiklovo, which actually confirms our suspicion and also corroborates part of the Russian mapping. Of course, the Ukrainian gray zone is much bigger and definitely stretches where the Russian lines is. So this is one. And there's also 3 different geolocations confirming the Russian forces have dominated the entire northern part of Svetiklovo. So this is quite significant. This allows the Russians to now have an attack direction towards Lebedevka, as well as to conquer the rest of Svetiklovo. So pretty significant frontline change around this sector. So that's the western flank. In the northern flank, we have the Ukrainian mapping claiming that they have taken this taken this 2 cactus plant. These 2 cactus plant around here. So the cactus plant known as Staraya Sorokina and the other one called the left hand of Nikolaevka have been taken by the Ukrainian forces. So pretty significant as well. But this is a claim. This is, however, not confirmed because this is mapped by the Ukrainian side, claiming they have captured ground. And as per our habit is that if the Russians say they captured something, that's a claim. If the Russians say that they lost something, that's confirmed. Similarly, your Ukrainians claim that they captured something is a claim. But when they concede, it's a confirmed capture. So yeah, that's how we roll, man. That's the DPA way. So anyway, that's it from Krolenkoe. Over in the southeast of Sudzha, where the Ukrainians offensive happened, there is this straightening of the front line. Due to one geolocation, we can confirm this advance, but this is just simply a straightening of the front line. Nothing particularly special about this. And we move on to Vodyane Druhi. This is all the way to the northern flank of the Pokrov front. So just now we were here. We were all the way at the Kursk front. Now we move almost 400 kilometers away to the northern flank of the Sudzha, of the Pokrov front. I get confused myself. So over this region here, Russian forces are attacking from 2 different directions. They are attacking towards Vodyane Druhi and Melanivka. And in particular, over at the south of Vodyane Druhi, we have the Russian forces capturing entrenchment as well as the entire tree line in the west of Baranivka. So this basically corroborates Russian claims in this region here. So on itself, nothing particularly astounding per se. Over in the Melanivka site, first we actually have Deep State UA in the day before mapping that they have captured the barn around here, or the warehouse over this sector. In today's Deep State UA mapping, which only was like not many hours ago, they have confirmed that the Russian forces have taken the center of the highway exchange, which exactly echoes or reflect what I said the day in yesterday's sitrep or morning sitrep, depending on which time zone you are in. I did say that with the capture of this warehouse, the Russians have now a very strong position to attack and take the highway exchange, and is exactly what has happened. So this is a very interesting development. The Russian forces finally taking a much more stronger position at the highway exchange, and this time around they have the backing of the this warehouse here for them to actually operate. And this is a pretty big place, like super big. So let me zoom out. Sorry. So the size of this is 150 meters long. Just a single building is 150 meters long. This entire entrance to exit area here is 244. Yeah, I wonder what kind of building is this. I never went to search in the map and figure out what exactly is this thing. But anyway, yeah, pretty big. Maybe it's a pig farm, I wonder. So anyway, that's all. Over in the south of Pokrov, the Ukrainians have claimed that they have taken the eastern part of the Chanske. So the entire area here has been claimed by the Ukrainian mapping to be taken by the Russian forces. So it's quite a distance for them to have taken, around 1.3 kilometers of capture. But however, this is a claim, so this is not confirmed just yet because this is a Ukrainian mapping claim. So that's all from the Chanske. Over on the Pischany part, this is more confirmed. We have geolocation of Ukrainian forces confirming that they have taken a much bigger position than previously understood. This is not a new capture. This is actually from the 7th of February. It comes along with the rest of the captures around this area here. So that's all from the Pischany. The next frontline change is over at Udashne. So at Udashne, there is a geolocation showing that the Russians have advanced slightly in the eastern part of, or the southeast of Udashne. So this area here must be very heavily defended by the Ukrainian side. So yeah, not much changes around here. After Udashne, over in the south, over at Zaporizhia, there is over at Strypne, the Russian forces expanded control over in the north of Strypne. Let me drop nicer arrows. And they also continue to push westward into Zaporizhia. So this continues to be the main operation on this sector, the southern flank of the Pokrov front, where the Russians are pushing to capture the rest of Strypne and pushing west, capturing the rest of Zaporizhia. And I think next they go for Preobrazhenka. So that's all from this sector. And over in the Slovianka, geolocation of Russian forces is inside where we have mapped as Russian controlled, but the fact that they are there means that the Russians actually have a much wider control, so there is some slight frontline change in the west of Slovianka. And then we go to Andriivka. At Andriivka, breaking information from Deep State UA, the pro-Ukrainian source have considered way more Russian captures in this region. Of significance is this northern flanking operations, taking all of the heavy fortification in the north, whereas they expand the control over in the along the highway region, where I said that these are all likely to be under Russian control. This is now confirmed to be under Russian control. Oh, that brings into question, what is this blue part here? I need to check whether what Deep State UA show. Let's see. Deep State UA. Yeah, I think I need to change the mapping a bit. Give me a second. And yeah, I updated the map, the areas and whatnot. So because this area just now I wasn't aware. So this area here is still this area near Petropavlivka is now taken by the Russian side. It's claimed by the Ukrainians. But this gray zone is still pretty big. You can see this massive piece of gray zone is still reflected as gray zone on our side. So this is this is Petropavlivka, and the Russian forces also taken the heavy entrenchment and the forest in this sector. So straightening the front line around this sector. Although I have to say, I still don't believe the Ukrainians are here. Yeah, I just don't think so. It just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, it is what it is. So in the center part, this is also Russians, like just now as mentioned, they have basically expanded their zone of control in the center of Andriivka. yeah, so that's what it is over in Andriivka. So but like I said, the most likely the Russians have already taken all of this. Like they are just taking everything. It doesn't make sense that the Ukrainians are stuck here because you have to see that this is actually a operational encirclement. The Russians are here, so there's no way to go around. Like this is just encirclement. So yeah, so I don't think they're there. So that's all from Andriivka. The next frontline change is over at Vremivka. So over in the north of Velika Novosilka and Vremivka, Ukrainian mapping have considered that the Russian forces have secured the northern flank of Vremivka and Velika Novosilka, with the Russian forces expanding northward from their captured city position. So, and a simple area, but the area is pretty big. The total area captured is almost 4.2 square kilometers. So that's it. Distance traveled is around almost 2 kilometers. So so this is the total. These are all the frontline changes over the past 1.5 days. And then let's do some mathematics. So let's choose one nice spot. Let's do Velika Novosilka then. Yeah. So as our scenery, yeah, we need to have some scenery. So let's count the Ukrainian one first. It's simpler. 3.22 plus 1.04. So total area captured by the Ukrainians, or at least the frontline changes in their favor on our DPA mapping, is 4.26 square kilometers. I have to note that this includes claims, which also means this is just for entertainment purpose. So don't believe this is reality. This is just for entertainment purpose. It's just for us to have a sense of the tide of war. This is not scientific. Don't be scientific about it. So whatever information you get from me is like third hand, fourth hand, fifth hand. It's super disgusting. The information is damn unhygienic. So so don't over emphasize too much about that. So about this so reality, right? Then you quote DPA and then you got laugh at because we are so disgusting. So anyway, so the area captured by the Russian forces is 7.96 plus 3.34 plus 0.937 plus 4.19. So the total area captured is 16.42 square kilometers. So 16.42, which is basically yeah, I told you, right, 1.5 days. So this is basically 1.5 days of capture. So basically it's still on the par of the 10 square kilometers per day advanced by the Russian side. So it's pretty much still there. So the biggest area is in Kursk, where the Nikolaevo-Darino area is just shocking, and the Svetikovo one. So that area basically dominates. Otherwise, this Velika Novosilka one is pretty big on its own, but it's largely open ground. So anyway, that's it. So thank you for watching. Press the like button, subscribe, and also check out DPA news. And I'll see you guys. Yeah, just search DPA news on the YouTube, and I'll see you guys in the next update.